Can everyone hear me? Sorry about that, guys. Hate it when I have computer trouble. Anyway, can you guys hear me? Now that we've had that fun out of the way, thanks, Junk Shop, and thanks for waiting. I don't know what happened. My computer just froze up, and I've been trying to get it working ever since. So, anyway, I told you I was going to tell you about Otangelo. And I was on the Rages stream last night, and he came in like he usually does, and he wanted to go over all this nonsense. I mean, he basically what he wanted was he wanted to argue for the existence of God from morality. And oh, Junk Shop, you were watching it? So I got a little butt hurt. Yeah, he I asked him again and again and again and again and again, is genocide moral? And he did not want to answer that question. Did not want to answer that question. Simple question, yes or no question. Is genocide moral? He sidestepped the issue every which way he could. Every way he could. Like, he was going here, he was going there, and like, no, I asked you a question. It's a yes or a no question. No need to explain. Is genocide moral? And I finally got him to admit, no. And I said, thank you for admitting that your God is immoral. And then he went on and on and on and on and on until rage stopped him, And I'm like, you know what? Right, Lisa. Otangelo, he's nice. I will say that. He's nice. But he will run over you if you let him. So, I guess you could say he's nice to a certain extent, but you can't be too nice in return because he will run over you. But anyway, so I wanted to do a live stream on Atheist Church about why can't Christians agree on the truth? And this is another thing that I did on not last night's stream on the Rages channel, but another stream on the Rages channel. If the truth is the truth, if the Bible is the truth, there should only be one church. And if you've seen my Origins of Satan, the last 2 episodes, you will know that the church that existed at that time, I don't think it was the Catholic Church, because we're talking about the 100s, um, and the 200s, but um, they, tried to demonize people who did not agree with them. So, that's another thing you got to watch out for with religions is, you know, um, us versus them mentality. Yeah, right, Nevermore. So anyway, so okay, you can interpret the Bible any way you want. I mean, um, if you, I'm probably not gonna get monetized for this one. But to hell with that. Um, because I think this needs to be said. Um, you can basically justify anything with the Bible. You can justify war, which the Christians did in the Crusades. That's another um, playlist I have. If you haven't seen it, um, it's about the Crusades. Um, and the Christians did it with the Crusades. The Muslims did it. Um, the Hindus, I think, did it. Probably every religious group on the face of the earth has done it, you know. Um, and just in case I don't get demonetized for this, I'm gonna say H was a Christian. Yes, people, he was a Christian, and he still did what he did. You know why? Because he thought that he was absolutely justified in exterminating the Jews because they supposedly put Christ to death. Yes, people, that's really true. He was a Christian, not an atheist. So, anyway, so you've got killing people, you've got the R word. I mean, it's all throughout the Bible. Not, maybe not the R word, but the concept behind it, especially the kill all the women and men and boys, but you can take the girls for yourselves. You know, yes, Marianne, him. I'm glad you know who I'm talking about. Yes, JSL. So anyway, you have justification for the R word. God even commanded it. Go, if you believe the Bible, which I mean, the the five books, even the even Joshua and even Judges never happened. Okay, but if you believe the Bible, um, God not only committed genocide in the flood, which of course never happened either, but he commanded his chosen people to go commit genocide when they went into the land of Canaan. And, like I said, kill all the men, kill all the women, kill all the boys, even the infant boys, but you can keep the little girls for yourself. How moral is that? Seriously. And then you have, um, and this is stuff they don't want to talk about, right? It's in the goddamn Bible, but they don't want to talk about it. They're like, oh, peace and love. And no, that's why we're in the situation in America that we are in today, because we have fundamentalists that actually believe this shit. And believe me, they would kill um, certain people, if you get my drift, if they were legally allowed to. And, you know, um, we need to fight against this. Not just in America. I'm sure it happens other places. But right now in America, it sucks to be an American. And I never thought I would say that. I never ever ever thought I would say that, because I'm very patriotic. My um my dad was in the military. My dad's dad was in the military. My mom's dad was in the military. One of my um ancestors fought in the American Revolution. Another one of my ancestors fought in the Civil War. I wanted to go in the military, but they wouldn't take me. So yeah, I'm very patriotic. But right now, it sucks to be in America. That's just the truth, you know. And if you don't like me telling the truth, then, you know, um, at any rate, getting back on the topic, okay? So you've got Christians that say, oh no, the Bible doesn't say that. Yes, it does. Yes, it most certainly does. You know, and then you've got, um, then you have books like Junk Shop Library, Ezekiel, which makes no goddamn sense whatsoever. So you can just make up a story, whatever the goddamn hell you like, about what Ezekiel means. Because, I mean, hell, I don't even think he knew what it means. And so yeah, me too, Marianne. So you know, so especially with these books that don't make any sense, like Ezekiel, like Jeremiah, you can pretty much make up any kind of story you want to and say, this is what this says. And nobody can argue with you, because that's your interpretation of the Bible. And who's to say your interpretation is any less um, solid than anybody else's interpretation? So, right, Junk Shop? Yeah, I want to get back to the four-faced monsters on unicycles. So anyway, yeah, so you can make the Bible say anything you want it to say, and that's why there are so many Christian denominations. When I did um, my Pentecostal series, still on my channel if you want to catch that. I was amazed that just in Pentecostalism, there is like 50 denominations. Just in Pentecostalism. We're not talking about, the other Protestant churches like the Baptists, and the Baptists have at least 3 denominations that fit within their umbrella. Exactly, Lisa, exactly. So, you know, um, so you've got all these interpretations, you know, and that's really what got me to thinking about what's the true interpretation. And then I read the Bible and I'm like, shit. I'm like, I'm not gonna follow this God anymore. Even if you could prove to me, and you can't, that the Bible God exists, I am not gonna worship him because he is a moral monster. And if I go to hell for that, fine with me. I don't want to be up there worshiping a moral monster forever. That's how I look at it. Which there's no such thing as eternity anyway, so, we don't have to worry about that. Um, so, yeah, I mean, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Just about every Christian knows that. It's, Genesis 1:1. Um, but you have young earth creationists like the NIFB and other flavors of Baptist. And then you have old earth creationists like the Jehovah's Witnesses and the Mormons and other old earth creationists. And they're getting their theology off of the same verses. So which one's right? Yeah, tell me about it, Nevermore. So, yeah, me too, Lisa. Not be chained to anyone or anything, make my own decisions. But it was just it if you saw me last night on the Rages stream, it really frustrated me to no end that Otangelo would not answer my question. And until finally he answered it. He finally answered it. And then when he finally answered it, he said no. And then I said, thank you for admitting that your God is immoral. And then he wants to go on all this apologetic rant, which, I mean, first of all, if the Bible is true and if God is moral, why are there apologists? Why would we need apologists if God is moral and the Bible is true? Oh, Lisa, I'm going to do an Atheist Church on Hebrew cosmology. That's going to be good. So, anyway, yeah, you'd actually, you're actually going to be surprised at ancient Hebrew cosmology and how Christians like totally like um pass by that one. Like, we don't believe this shit. The earth's not flat. It's not up on pillars, you know. Hey, Hayward. And you know, and since Marianne is here, I might as well make this point. Um the JWs, and they are so desperate to prove that their book is right, that the JWs are going to take you to that verse in Isaiah. I think it's 40:22, but I'm not sure, about um, the earth being a circle. And and you look at that and you think, how can these people say that with a straight face? A circle is a two-dimensional object. A sphere is a three-dimensional object. I knew you were, Marianne, that's why I said it. So, so they're gonna, all of them, all of them, they're gonna take whatever scripture they can. They're going to um, twist it into whatever they want that scripture to say, because, as I've said before, scripture can say anything you goddamn want it to say. Um, Actually, I'm not going to say that. But anyway, that's right, Lisa. Um, and at any rate, it's just a mess. They want to, and another thing that they do, and this one is, really, this one really burns my buttons, is they'll say something, if there's something in the Bible that is obviously not true, I mean, self-evidently not true, they will say, oh, that's just poetry. That's just metaphor. But then they want to go ahead and take the rest of it as literal. How much sense does that make? I'm telling you, it's more than. And believe me, I used to believe this stuff. And I cannot believe how I was such an idiot that I didn't see this stuff sooner. I spent like 40 years in Christianity. And, I, I'm going to go on with my life. I'm going to say, you know what? I do have some regrets, but let's put those regrets in the past. This is why I'm doing this. Because there are people who still think that the Bible is true. There are still people who want to excuse the God of the Bible for being the immoral monster that he is. There are still people who want to interpret parts of the Bible one way and parts of the Bible the other way. If you have any integrity at all, you're going to either interpret the entire Bible as allegory, or you're going to interpret the entire Bible as literal. That's just it. If you want to have any integrity. Now, I will say this. Most Christians, because I've been here, been there, done that. Most Christians don't even realize what they're doing because their brains have been so molded to think this is just normal. You know, it's like it's like a kid that gets beat every day. You know, that is not normal. Getting beat every day is not normal. By the way, don't beat anyone. You know, unless it's in self-defense. But getting beat every day for a kid is not normal. But in that setting, that kid being beat every day, that is his normal. And he doesn't, or she doesn't realize that it's not normal to until they're out of it. You know, they don't realize it's not normal until they either get out of that situation, or somebody tells them, hey, this is not normal. Marianne, sometimes I do have some Hindus come on, especially in my Hindu series. Um, I've had a lot of Hindus comment on that series. Um, so yeah, sometimes I do. Um, so did I, Nevermore. So did I. So, you know, I mean, that's just an example. You know, that's just an example. There are so many more I could give you. You know, I mean, let's face it, the earth is fucked up. But we've got to do our best to leave a better world for our descendants. And, you know, if we don't have any descendants, like I don't have any kids, but I want to leave a better world for my nieces and nephew, you know? And yeah, Marianne. Um, and um, the Christians, they're not interested in a better world because they've already been brainwashed to believe that the better world comes in the next world. And there's no reason whatsoever to try to make this a better world. So anyway, that's all I got for today. If you want to hear me raging on to Otangelo, you can go to the Raging Atheists channel. Thank you for bearing with me. Like I said, I had to reboot my computer. Yeah, Nevermore. I don't want to live forever. I hear so many people say, well, forever is going to be so good. I don't want to live forever. Why would anybody want to live forever? I mean, if they truly think about it, why would anybody want to live forever? I'd get bored. Seriously, I'd get bored, you know. Um, So anyway, thanks, Junk Shop. So anyway, that's it for Atheist Church. If you want to become a channel member, the join link is down below. If you want to support me on Patreon, you can do that. If you want to make a one-time gift on PayPal, you can do that. But take care of yourself first. And as Junk Shop always says, stand against hate. Because that's the only way we're going to make this world a better place. We got to start there first. It's a starting point, not an ending point, but a starting point. You know, we have to start there first. Well, Lisa, and if something is eternal, if something is in never-ending supply, it's not precious. Why are diamonds precious? Because they are not in abundant supply. So anyway, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Rest of the day. You know, hopefully I'll have an edited video out tomorrow, Tuesday. And yeah, so you guys have you know, go do what you gotta do, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.